It's not here right now. I'm just out walking the pasture, and I found a frog right down there in the mud. It's a fairly large one. We normally don't get them that big. They normally just stay the size of a loony. That one's a couple loonies if you put them end to end. So, big difference in the grass down here. Since we were down here 10 days ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, it's a little soft still down here, but the grass is really starting to come. It's not quite to my knees in places along the little creek here. So the little creek's pretty much stopped flowing, filled with algae, all sorts of wonderful stuff, froggies. And right along the creek the grass is actually quite nice, but it tapers off quickly as you get over here towards the tree line, which is normal, but it's usually not such a noticeable difference. So probably we got a few more round bales. The heifers have to stay penned in their pen area there, separate from the cows, because I'm hoping that I can put them back with Floyd. That's the white bull. And then the cows will be with our bull, which is a black Angus long yearling. So he'll be with the cows, and I'm hoping Floyd, he's a 3-year-old white Galloway with I think he's got a quarter pin scour in him. He's got a little bit anyways. I'm hoping to put him with our 4 heifers. Oh, there's another frog. That one's fairly big too. Huh, I wonder why they're so much bigger this year. Oh, there's another one. They're all over the place down here. Must be out sunbathing this afternoon. So, anyways, Kong will be excited because she likes to come catch the frogs or play with them in the grass anyways, attempting to catch them. So, it's good to see in some ways that there's still some wetness down here in the lower part, because up on the hilltops it's quite dry. There's not a whole lot of grass going up the hills. This is where Kong kept getting stuck with her bike, so it's even come quite a bit in the last little while. I noticed we got dandelions in here. We typically haven't had dandelions down here before, so I'm hoping it doesn't just flourish. But the problem is they'll be yellow today and they'll be white tomorrow, and as soon as something touches them, it's just like it snows out. That could be from last year. The pasture down here got worked pretty hard. You can just see the top of the hay shed from here. Got three trusses up on the shed there. So I'm hoping to continue with that, but it's supposed to rain this weekend, so I don't mind the rain. We definitely need the moisture, but we also need the sunshine to get this grass going, because it's all second and third leaf stage, and at that, anything below second and third leaf stage, it uses the energy in the roots to grow. But once it's up second and third leaf stage, it starts taking photosynthesis, which is the sunlight, to keep growing. So it's supposed to get warmer here this next week, which I hope it does. So this grass really needs to take off. I'll probably hold the cows back as much as I can. I got some second cut, but I've been feeding our bull second cut so the cows can keep on the first cut. And then I gave them some green feed the other day. They tore through that. We usually get 4 days out of a bale of green feed, and we only got about 3. So part of the problem was they just pulled the bale apart. So a lot of it ended up on the ground. But I wasn't sure if the bull, what he was going to do with green feed, because we got him off my wife's uncle, and I don't think he feeds a lot of green feed or any green feed, to tell you the truth. So I was a little leery of it. But anyways, we'll go take a quick look at the bull. So there's the hay shed trusses we put up, and that's our last 2 first cut hay bales. And then I got 1 green feed left and a 2.5 second cut. And then after that, they got to be out on the grass. The hayfield down here in the yard's coming. I've thought about fencing it, but there's a considerable amount of alfalfa in here, so I think that'll be the absolute last resort to fence the yard. If it would just turn hot for 3 or 4 days, this grass would be like fire and just take right off. But it's been so cool of a spring. That snow, we had good snow this year, but it melted away in April and the ground was still half froze, so it just ran into the creeks and left. And it's been cool ever since. We were still getting down around 0 or freezing, probably up until a week ago at night. So had to deal with this manure pile here too. Okay, there's Ethan, 7F. It's approximately 15 months old. So a long yearling. He's by himself in the small corral, so I don't want him in with the cows or the heifers yet. So he's Black Angus that we got from Uncle Dave. And I threw him some second cut here. And he pushes it all over the place. So we got him tested by the vet, and we can review the test results, but he passed fairly reasonable, 88%. So that's pretty good for a long yearling, because their first test isn't always positive. So I was happy to see 88%. And he had it, so he had his breeding soundness exam, and we'll review the results from that. And there's the exam. So 3 out of 5 on the physical soundness, which is good. Eyes, feet, legs, everything was checked. Scrotal circumference was 36 centimeters, which is above average, even for a 2-year-old. 1-year-old has to be a minimum of 32, I believe, and a 2-year-old has to be a minimum of 34. And there's 88%. And we got a satisfactory. So it's pretty pleased with that. Anyways, that's about it.